Bhakti, an essential subject from Vinaypedia. Bhakti means the process by which we connect with the Supreme Personality of Godhead. As soon as we use the word bhakti, the process of devotion, there must be both bhakta and bhagavan. Bhagavan is the Supreme Personality of Godhead, and bhakta refers to his devotee. So Bhagavan is personally teaching us the process how we can understand him fully and without any doubt. Bhakti can also be referred to the process of total surrender of the body and senses unto the lotus feet of the Lord. Srila Prabhupada's books, lectures, conversations and letters offer a comprehensive presentation of this essential subject as seen in the Vinay's Bhakti category. An introduction from his books is given below in the following 8 quotes. Quotes from Srila Prabhupada's books. As soon as there is a question of devotion, one must consider the relationship between the supersoul and the individual soul. The individual soul and the supersoul cannot be one, at least not in the bhakti conception, the devotional conception of life. This service of the individual soul to the Supreme Soul is eternal, nityam, as it is clearly stated. So bhakti, or devotional service, is eternal. One should be established in that philosophical conviction. Bhagavad Gita 13.8-12. One should render transcendental loving service to the Supreme Lord Kaya favorably and without desire for material profit or gain through fruitive activities or philosophical speculation. That is called pure devotional service. RLAR Pagazvam further explains that bhakti is klagnabhad, which means if one takes to devotional service, all kinds of unnecessary labor and material distress cease entirely and one achieves all good fortune. Bhakti is so powerful that it is also said to be makalaghat kati. In other words, it minimizes the importance of liberation. Armadbh Gavatam 6.1. 15. By karma mira bhakti one is elevated to the celestial kingdom, by jnana mira bhakti one is able to merge in the Brahman effulgence, and by yoga mira bhakti one is able to realize the omnipotency of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. But pure bhakti does not depend on karma, jnana or yoga, for it simply consists of loving affairs. The liberation of the bhakta, therefore, which is called not just mukti but vimukti, surpasses the 5 other kinds of liberation syaya, sarpaya, slokya, sri and smpaya. A pure devotee always engages in pure service. Nuklayena kanulana bhaktiradam, cc Madhya 19.167. Armadbh Gavatam 10.10. 2022. Devotional service to the Lord is the ultimate means to mitigate all the miserable conditions of material existence. The path of knowledge or that of mystic gymnastics may be adopted as a means for the purpose, but unless mixed with bhakti, or devotional service, they are unable to award the desired result. By practicing Asthana Bhakti one may gradually rise to the point of Arga Bhakti, and by performing Arga Bhakti in loving transcendental service one can even control the Supreme Powerful Lord. Armadbh Gavatam 3.7. 14. By the mercy of the Guru and Ka, one receives the seed of Bhakti. This association saves a devotee from the greatest fear. In our Kaya consciousness movement we therefore change a devotee's name to a form that reminds him of Viyu. If at the time of death the devotee can remember his own name, such as Kayadsa or Govindadisa, he can be saved from the greatest danger. Therefore the change of names at the time of initiation is essential. The Kaya consciousness movement is so meticulous that it gives one a good opportunity to remember Kaya somehow or other. Armadbh Gavatam 6.2. 32. If one develops devotional service and attachment by following in the footsteps of the Vrajavasis, he attains Arga Amraga Bhakti, or devotional service in attachment to the Lord. According to Bhakti Rasamta Sindhu 1.2.270, devotional service with ecstatic attachment for that service, which becomes natural for the devotee, is called Arga, or transcendental attachment. Devotional service discharged with such attachment is called Arjitmik, and deep attachment with deep absorption in the object of love is called Arjitmik. Teachings of Lord Chaitanya, Chapter 13. Only rarely by philosophical speculation can one reach the conclusion of worshipping Vasudeva Ka. This is confirmed in the Bhagavad Gita itself. The ultimate end of philosophical speculation, then, must be Ka, with the understanding that Ka is everything, the cause of all causes, and that one should therefore surrender unto him. If this ultimate goal is reached, then philosophical advancement is favorable, but if the conclusion of philosophical speculation is voidism or impersonalism, that is not bhakti. Nectar of devotion. Introduction. One should be free from all material designations and, by Kaya consciousness, must be cleansed of all material contamination. He should be restored to his pure identity, in which he engages his senses in the service of the proprietor of the senses. So when our senses are engaged for the actual proprietor of the senses, that is called devotional service. In our conditional state, our senses are engaged in serving these bodily demands. When the same senses are engaged in executing the order of Ka, our activities are called bhakti. Nectar of devotion. Introduction.